ballots. Went out on national TV. We had 113,130 votes at the time, and we had to adjudicate 106,000 of them. You know what that's really saying? Your machine didn't work.
All right. Let's take that down a little. There we go. How's everybody doing tonight? I'm not jumping into the red now. You know who I am. I'm James Hayden. This is Crusader Talk Radio and Podcast. We are put on by the Civis Gravis Society, civisgravis.org. You know we need to change these sheeple back into people because there's an awful lot of grass feeders these days. I want to thank the emergency personnel, emergency responders, I should say, our military personnel. Both keep us healthy, alive, safe, and out of harm's way. Lots happened, a lot goes on. Tonight's show, boy, I forget what I titled it. It's all about Nancy Pelosi. We're going to do a little bit of the background history. Where did she come from? And how did such an evil, spoiled brat become so damn powerful? All this and more. Today is, let's see, January 16th. It's 11:06 p.m. I did jump on the air a little late. I do apologize. Nothing ever seems to go smooth, but here we are. Another day closer to Joe Biden taking control. Oh my God, did you guys see that caravan of Honduran immigrants on its way here? All right, if we know they're coming here, do they have to cross illegally? I mean, we know they're coming. Mexico knows they're coming. Why can't they just get in line with their donkeys and their horses and their carts and come in the country legally? I'm a little behooved on the whole thing, to be honest with you. As soon as it's a construct and it's a fake, we all know it's a construct and a fake. As soon as they got within, 4 days of Joe Biden being president, after a long, I remember that last caravan, they got stopped dead in the water in Mexico. That's going back a couple years. But, here's Biden going to be president in 4 days, and out of nowhere, there's this caravan of Honduran immigrants. Now, they're all wearing polo shirts. They've got some nice Nike sneakers. They're carrying water bottles. These people are not making the 200-mile journey across the desert into the United States. I think it's like 150 miles to cross in illegally. They got their kids. They got, in one of the pictures they showed, they had a swimming pool floaty. We're being lied to. It's a big scam. It's all a bunch of bullshit. I'm really wondering, well, who runs Joe Biden? Who runs Joe Biden and Kamala Harris? But, boy, that's a topic for another time. So onward and forward. Let's see what we got here. Pull up the script. Let's see, scan. All right, let's see. All righty. I said all the pleasantries already. Who is Nancy Pelosi? Another daring episode by James Hayden, yours truly. Nancy Patricia Pelosi, maiden name D'Alessandro. Hey, Tony, get over here. Yo, you guys better take care of that Nancy girl. She's one of the D'Alessandros. You got me? Because you know the big guy. Oh, that's right. They call Joe Biden the big guy. That's really funny. She has a mobster name, and him and his son pretend to be mobsters. And I'm not saying pretending. They make millions, and I imagine they could have people removed from history. So anyways, Nancy Patricia Pelosi, maiden name D'Alessandro, born March 26, 1940. Well, you go, Nancy. You're looking good. For a woman of, I can't even count that high. Geez, 40 to 1980. You were 40 years old in 1980? Jesus, we put on another 20 years, 60 in 2000, 70 in 2010, 80? The woman's 80 years old. I'm hoping my math is wrong. I'm sitting here thinking my math is wrong, but oh my God, I don't believe so. Holy shit. I mean, we have The Walking Dead as the main speaker of the House of Congress. No wonder AOC, let's see, her last name is Ocasio-Cortez. I was going to crack a joke, but it would be inappropriate. So nonetheless, we've got Nancy Patricia Pelosi, maiden name D'Alessandro, born March 26, 1940, is an Italian-American politician serving as Speaker of the House of the United States. Let's see, since 2019. She previously served from 2007 to 2011. Pelosi has served as U.S. Representative from California since 1987. A member of the Democratic Party, she is the only woman in the U.S. history to serve as Speaker, and until the inauguration of Kamala Harris as Vice President, is the highest-ranking female elected official in United States history. As House Speaker, Pelosi is second in the presidential line of succession after the Vice President. Boy, I bet she was getting excited if she could have... that's what they would have done, was impeach Trump a few years ago, if that had worked out, and then went right after Pence. They would have hit him like a pack of vampires on a virgin. Let's see, as House Speaker, Pelosi is second in the presidential line of succession. But then again, that ain't a bad deal with Biden, because I don't think he's got too many years. As ancient as she is, she's doing better than he is. Pelosi was first elected to Congress in 1987. Her father, Thomas D. Alessandro Jr., served as a U.S. representative for Maryland and mayor of Baltimore for a while. So she comes from a family of politics. She is the dean of California's congressional delegation, having begun her 17th term in 2019. She represents California's 12th congressional district, which comprises 4/5 of the city and county of San Francisco. She initially represented the 5th district in 87 through 93, and then when district boundaries were redrawn, I get all excited. Being on the radio is a big hoot for me. All right, let's get back to the topic here. And then when district boundaries were redrawn after the 1990 census, the 8th district from 1993 to 2013, they seem to shift around a lot there in California. I'll call that the shifty lefties, the shifty lefty gang. It was bad back in 93. Let's see. Pelosi has led the House Democrats since 2003. Hoo-yah. The first woman to lead a party in Congress, serving twice, each as House Minority Leader, 03 through 07 and 11 through 19, and as Speaker, 07 through 11, and since 2019. This is highlighted. Pelosi was a major opponent of the Iraq War, as well as the Bush administration's 2005 attempt to partially privatize Social Security. Boy, I don't know. I sit on the fence with privatizing Social Security. Nonetheless, during her first speakership, is that a word, speakership? I wonder if I made that up. She was instrumental in the passage of many of the Obama administration's landmark bills. Yeah, she did more for Obama than Obama did for himself, including the Affordable Care Act, the Dodd-Frank Wall Street Reform and Consumer Protection Act, the Don't Ask, Don't Tell Repeal Act, the American Recovery and Reinvestment Act, and the 2010 Tax Relief Act. Pelosi lost the speakership in 2011 after the Republican Party won a majority in the House of Representatives in the 2010 elections, but she retained her role as leader of the House Democratic Caucus and returned to the role of House Minority Leader. In the 2018 midterm elections, the Democrats regained control of the House, and there she sits yet again. When the 116th Congress convened on January 3rd, 2019, Pelosi was once again elected Speaker, becoming the first former Speaker to return to the post since Sam Rayburn in 1955. God, I don't even know who that dude is. Under Pelosi's leadership, the House of Representatives impeached President Donald Trump on December 18th, 2019. But it don't mean nothing. He wasn't really impeached. You're not impeached until they're walking you out the door and throwing your suitcases at you. He's not impeached. He was accused, and the Senate said, no, he's not guilty. Poop on a stick. All right, on January 3rd, 2021, Pelosi was reelected to a fourth term as Speaker of the House, which is expected to be her last after a deal with the progressives. Yeah, we know who it is. It's the hit squad. You got, let's see. We all know AOC's in there, and then there's that Omar. She's scary. She comes from a land of abused women and wants to destroy the laws that protect her here. And I guess she was married to her brother, divorced her brother. I hope to goodness they didn't have kids. She didn't have kids with her brother. Yes. America, the big melting pot of cultures. Sometimes flies get in that soup. So let's go through some personal information on dear old Nancy. Nancy, when she was Nancy D. L. Sandro, met Paul Francis Pelosi while she was attending college. They married in Baltimore at the Cathedral of Mary Our Queen on September 7th, 1963. This woman is so old. She got married in 1963. I am old, and I wasn't alive then. She is alive before the Brady Bunch. She was alive before Dallas, Happy Days. She was alive before J.R. Ewing got shot, for God's sakes. She was alive before, let's see, what are some other good comparisons? Before Sonny and Cher hooked up, and way before they got divorced. Ah, well, I'll stop showing my age. I mean, that's amazing. She was married back in 1963. That's a long time ago. Let's see. Let's do the math. It's 2020. 2020, let's go back to 2000. Well, that's 20. Jesus, we go back to 1980. That's another 20. That's 40. 1970 is 57. Nope, 42 years ago. 52 years ago. She got married. No, I am wrong. All right, let's work this out. Let's see. She was married in 1963. Let's see. If we go back to 1980, that's 40 years. Then it's 57 years ago. She got married. She got married before there was even a wireless landline phone. She got married before there was a personal computer. She got married before Land of the Lost, a show about ancient dinosaurs, was on TV. They married in Baltimore, and of course, as I said, at the Catholic Cathedral of Mary Our Queen, September 7th, again, 1963. They moved to New York after they wed, then moved to San